welcome to the Thursday night dinner party. My name is Joe Kroger, in case this is your first time joining. And I'm kind of vamping just because this is live. If you saw that part, you probably watched it later. But whether you're watching this later or whether you're here with me right now, welcome to the dinner party. I'm gonna play some songs for you. Hell tonight, tears of rage I cannot fight, be the last to help you understand. Are you strong enough to be my man, my man? You strong enough to be my man? Have a face I cannot show, make the rules up as I go. So try to love me if you can. Are you strong enough to be my man? Lie to me. I promise. Nothing's true and nothing's right, so let me be alone tonight. 'Cause you can't change the way I am. Are you strong enough to be my man, my man? Are you strong enough to be my man? When I show you that I just don't care, when I'm throwing punches in the air, when I'm broken down and I can't stand, you be man enough to be my man. Lie to me. I promise I believe. Lie to me, but please don't leave. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Sean. Hi, Alex. Hi, Becca Atkins. So good to have you back with me tonight. If this is your first time at the dinner party, I call it the dinner party because it is approximately dinner time on the Eastern Coast. I tend to ask people what they're having for dinner, but today on Facebook and on Instagram, and it was on Facebook and Instagram, I was asking people if they could go see any band live tonight, besides me, because I'm playing right now. Who would it be, and at any venue? So who would it be and where? And it's funny that I asked those questions because if you didn't hear, the CDC came out today and said that if you're vaccinated, basically you can be inside, you can be outside, you can you can do the things. And so I am curious where you guys would go and who you would see. John Peterson kicking it off with Radiohead at Madison Square Garden. That sounds awesome. I don't know about you guys. I'm still like not quite able to wrap my head around going in public places. I know a lot of people I know have started eating at restaurants and stuff, fully vaccinated, but I still can't wrap my head around it yet. But that does sound awesome. I wonder if actually going to a concert will be easier for me, just because I feel more at home there than eating in restaurants. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let me know who you would see and where you would see them. And since we're playing pretend, nobody's off limits, and no place is off limits. So who would you see and where? Sean actually gave a lot of answers, so everybody's gonna have to catch up with him. While you think about that, I'm gonna keep playing. She's a new la-la, she's a burnout kid, she's a one-night stand, she's a sweet stained glass. She's a new la-la, super powered and sucker punch. She's a rock and roll, she's a break for lunch, she's a comic book. She's a new la-la. Watercolor and marker pen. She's a charcoal line. She's a new beginning. She's a masterpiece. She's a new la-la. What you gotta do to be a girl? What you gotta do to be a girl? Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. All right, we've got Jimmy Dale Gilmore, mutual friend, mentor, and incredible musician, West Texas country legend, Jimmy Dale Gilmore. If you don't know him from his music, you probably know him as Smokey the Pacifist Bowler in The Big Lebowski. Yeah, Sean, absolutely. I would love to see Jimmy, especially in song circle form. Alex says he almost got to work on another Elton John show. This one was at the Barclays Center. Love to see that show. That would be awesome. I have never seen Elton John, never seen sort of a lot of the like people that are legendary songwriters in my musical background that I would love to see. And plenty of them are dead now, but there are some who are still alive. Tom Bolton says he would want to see Skynyrd with all the original band members at the Clark State Pack just up the road in Springfield. He had plans to see them in the fall of '77, but 2 days before the concert. I see. Yeah, I know, Tim. I know that I've missed. Tim is telling me what I've missed out by not seeing Elton John. Well, what can you do? Keep them coming. Who would you see if you could see anybody tonight, and where? If you could see them anywhere. the first thought that came to my mind when I responded earlier today was either Jason Isbell or the Highwomen, which include his wife, Amanda Shires, or rather, I should say, one of the Highwomen's husband is Jason Isbell. But I would love to see either Jason Isbell and his band or Highwomen at the Ryman. I've never been to a show at the Ryman, which is an amazing old venue in Nashville, the amazing old venue in Nashville. Every time I have been there, I've been to Nashville, I haven't been able to see a show at the Ryman. So I would love to do that. But there are so many other, like, I also always have wished I could have seen Aretha Franklin live. I get the impression that every Lizzo show is just a party. I'd love to see Lizzo. Ooh, Becca Atkins is saying Prince. Yeah, I would go see Prince. Definitely. That would be amazing. Where's your time? Where would you see Prince? Is there a venue you would see Prince, or a show that Prince played? Like, I think that legendary "While My Guitar Gently Weeps" solo would have been incredible to see live. Anyway, I'm going to keep playing. You guys keep on thinking of who you would see if you could go see any band tonight and where. Oh man, I think the last time I played this song, I forgot the second verse, and I'm just starting to play it now, and I even practiced it earlier. I am not convinced I know the second verse, but here goes nothing. Pick me up and hold me. Push me down and hold me. Take me out and hold me. Whisper secrets, whisper words and hold me. Teach you how to spin. Teach you how to spin, spin on the merry-go-round, merry-go-round. Can I get up? Can I get down on the merry-go-round, merry-go-round? Can I get up? Uh-oh. Slip your fingers in my fingers, hold me. Wrap your arm around my shoulder, hold me. Kiss me once, kiss me twice, and 1, 2, 3. Whisper secrets, whisper words, and hold me. Alex says, I worked on one of Aretha's last shows at St. John's, the St. John's Cathedral, the Cathedral of St. John the Divine, but didn't get to see the show. Oh, that is so sad. God, yeah, that's the worst. I feel like I've worked on things that I didn't get to see like that I really wanted to. I also like when I was babysitting, when I was nannying, I used to like sometimes have to take the kids to really cool things because their dad was a musician, and so I'd have to take them to really cool things and then just like drop them off, and I was like, later. But at one point, his band was recording in Electric Lady studio, and I took the kids down there to drop them off, and that was kind of cool because I'd never seen Electric Lady before at that point. And then another one was like after having watched these kiddos for several years, I went to I went down and I found out, I don't know if you guys remember, like maybe like 10 years ago now, Pavement was reuniting, the band Pavement. And so this dad was really excited to take the kids to go see the reunion of Pavement in Central Park. And they were like, okay, you can like bring the kids up and like drop them off. And I was just kind of standing there with a sheepish grin on my face. And they were like, what? And I think like a friend of theirs picked up on it and was like, maybe she wants to go. And I was like, no, it's cool. And then they're like, oh, do you want to go? And I was like, yeah. So we go up that night. I take the kids up to the big, like center stage. There's a big like free summer concert series that happens in Central Park, and some of them are not free. And this was a big deal one. And I took them up to the stage, and they went with their dad and their dad's friend, and I ended up just standing on the side of the stage, like wedged between Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth and on one side, and like somebody else on the other side. And they just kind of wandered off, and the dad just kind of was like, well, cool, enjoy the show. And I was like, whoa. And I watched the whole show from right there. So that was not one of those just drop the kids off and be like, well, I guess you're going to go have fun kind of moments, but one where I actually got to just see the show. And I was standing up there on stage, and I was enjoying the show so much. It was just like blowing my mind. But then I looked out at all of the people looking up at Pavement playing that show, and just had that like deep ache to make a moment that was that joyful for that many people. And that was one of those formative, cool moments. I think, I talk a lot about like playing music since I was a kid, or singing since I was a kid, and playing since I was a teen. And, it's always been a part of my life and all this stuff, but there's no art out there that you don't sort of like keep renewing your vows to, because life is life, and you get to make decisions. You get to change your mind at any time about anything. That's life. And so sometimes, even if you're just like somebody who paints as a hobby, it's not like your vocation or your employment or anything. Still, sometimes you just walk away for a while, and you sort of like fall back in love with those things. And that was definitely one of those moments where I fell madly back in love with playing music and wanting to share that feeling with people. So here we are. Yep. Speaking of which, this is This is a tune that's more about the giving up times and fighting through it. This is a song for Emma, wherever she may be, wherever she may be. This is a song for Emma, wherever she may be, wherever she may be. I'm not backing out. No, I'm not giving up so easily this time. This is a song for the lonely, wherever you may be, wherever you may be. This is a song for the lonely, wherever you may be, wherever you may be. And I have had enough. I'm not selling out so easily this time. And you can tell me no, tell me that I've got no shot, but I'm not going quietly this time. This is a song for Emma, wherever she may be, wherever she may be. Let's see. We got the Doors in New Haven. Your mom went, John. That's really cool. I saw Richie Havens 3 times in all, but the last time was at the Old Town School of Folk Music in Chicago. He's probably in his 70s, and he had the energy of a 30-year-old. I could happily be transported back there tonight if we could do time machines. That is cool. That is very, very, very cool. Let's see here. Doing a faux pas and trying to figure out doing things that are happening with the computer. Technical difficulties, guys. Sorry. Love a technical difficulty. Love it. Sean saw James Brown during his last ever tour at IU Auditorium in Bloomington, Indiana. That's amazing. Oh. So many time machines. But it's not all in the past. Like, I've always wanted to see Janelle Monáe. I've never seen Janelle Monáe. I think she's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of bands. Honestly, if I could go anywhere and see any bands, there's a venue that shut down in New York City that was kind of just like a crappy, scrappy little shithole. But I miss being there with my friends' bands and seeing them all play. Yeah, I would just like, God, kind of what I would give to see all my friends' bands playing again, in one sweaty venue. Just the smell of like bar food and I don't know, Lower East Side. Anyway, I haven't played this one in a while, so. Like a catchphrase unspoken, waiting for design. Made me feel like a forgotten tale or two with a reserved side. Been engaged in a game of Mr. Cellophane, waiting for you to make up your mind. Feel like a plate of leftovers stuck in the back of the drawer. Made me feel like a napkin phone number stuck to the barroom floor. I've been quiet to contemplate why I've been waiting to walk out that door. Watching the flame flicker out. There's a hiss as I tip the water to die out. The dying embers still try to remember that once we were on fire. It doesn't know, nobody told that you're gone, that you smoke on the rise. Doesn't know, nobody told that you're gone, that you smoke on the rise. Let me feel, I tell you guys this happens all the time. For those of you who are watching later, this happens all the time. I'll like see a comment pop up and I don't want you guys to stop writing comments, but I'll like read it while I'm playing guitar. And sometimes I pull it off and sometimes I don't. That was one of those times. Made me feel like a slice of truck tire brushed to the side of the road. Kind of swerve so you won't run it over, knowing your own might explode. But I am not full of spikes and metal. You run, you bet you'll be sorry when you get home. It's a slow burn, watching the flame flicker out. There's a hiss as I tip the water to die out. Dying embers still try to remember that once we were on fire. It doesn't know, nobody told that you're gone, that you smoke on the rise. It doesn't know, nobody told that you're gone, that you smoke on the rise. Oh, hush, little darling, don't be shy. Mama's gonna sing you a lullaby. I got 2 strong hands and no good plans for passing the time. watching the flame flicker out. There's a hiss as I tip the water to die. Dying embers still trying to remember that once we were on fire. It doesn't know, nobody told you're gone, that you smoke on the rise. It doesn't know, nobody told it you're gone, that you smoke on the rise. All right, what did I miss? Ooh, I see a Mary Chapin Carpenter. I see a Chris Cornell in Waterbury. I see, does Caves and Clouds at Bethel Woods Center count? Yeah, that's any band at any venue. It absolutely counts. I think that would be lots of fun. I would have to get EW to work up some new songs with me. Oh, and then we have more Caves and Clouds. Yes, up at the Colony. That place is great. And I know our buddy Niall Connolly is playing at the Colony. So it's starting to open back up for sure. Alex says, Lower East Side is a very specific smell, and I smelled it the second you said it. Amazing. What was Sean, you said something just a minute ago about finding an old video of me covering our town in some bar. That was probably at LIC bar in Long Island City. I don't know, 600 or 700 years ago. Right? I don't remember how time works. Do any of you guys remember how time works? Because I don't know. They say the world is opening back up again, and I think we've all been in our caves for like 6 months or 20 years. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm just gonna keep playing music because that's what I got. It's a breakdown in communication. Maybe it's a flame burning up the nation. Oh, electrostatic, operatic, touch me and I might blow a fuse. That's what you do. But if I hit you on a Sunday, come back Monday, you make me lose it. That's what you do. You make me lose it, I love it. That's what you do. That's what you do. It's a homegrown automatic slingshot. Coca-Cola pop rocks wanna get on top. Oh, so 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare it's truth or dare. Spin the bottle, touch me there. Oh, oh, oh. But if I love you on a Sunday, come back Monday, you make me lose it. That's what you do. You make me lose it, I love it. That's what you do. That's what you do. You're a crack in the gas pipe, one more spark to go, and the whole thing goes. The whole so glad you like Lose It. I was thinking I would do something I haven't done for a while is like dug out a song from the archives for you guys. And I was trying to draw out this one specific song for a really long time. And it's so long ago and it's never been recorded. Well, I mean, it's like been recorded like on little, phone voice memos on my phone or demo recordings. Not demo recordings, but just like, this is unnecessary. Why am I saying this? But I used to play it. I wrote it however long ago. And then I kept on trying to remember this song. And I remembered the second verse. And then I remembered the chorus. And then I remembered 3/4 of the first verse. Or I think I remembered the second 2 lines of the first verse. And then I remembered the line before that. But I could not for the life of me remember the very, very, very first line in the song. And I was trying to remember this for like over 2 years. And then not that long ago, I was back in Ohio. And I was in my parents' basement, my dad and stepmom's basement. My dad's no longer with us, but their basement. And I was digging through some old stuff of mine, and I found the original like scrap of notebook paper it was written on. And so I was able to remember that first line. And so here's a super old song that I haven't played in a little while. A couple of you will have heard it. I think Becca and my mother. I deal much better with rejection than I do with your affection. And either way, you're on the verge, but you're making me lose my mind. I got another $4.70 to save my coffee and pay my rent. Thought that when you smiled, you were feeling kind this time. Now I can't hear those hinges. I can't hear those hinges twist again. Now I thought you were gone. I'm headed for the border between here and Oklahoma. When I get to Texas, I know I'm on my way. Keep heading down to Mexico, turn out to the left coast. Get to San Diego, carve my name upon the way. And try to forget you stayed. Where the smell of your sweat left with the truck, and the brush of the breeze, the touch of my love, with a kiss to the mist and moonshine. My sleep was on my own. But your engine popped and my ribcage cracked, and Cerberus said they'd sent you back. So I dropped him meat and marrow. I dropped you to the ground. Now skin sits scorching in the driver's side window to the tune of a rolling stone. I'm headed for the border between here and Oklahoma. When I get to Texas, I know I'm on my way. Keep heading down to Mexico and turn out to the left coast. Get to San Diego, carve my name upon the way. Try to forget you stayed. Oh, I forgot. I suddenly needed a bridge, but there isn't a bridge. So I think it actually goes, so I'm headed for the border between here and Oklahoma. When I get to Texas, I know I'm on my way. Keep heading down to Mexico, turn out to the left coast. Get to San Diego, carve my name upon the way. stay. Try to forget you, stay. Try to forget you, stay. Try to forget you. Didn't exactly stick the landing, but it's fun. Oh my goodness, Becca, the first song you ever heard me sing, I know which one you're talking about. The first time I was ever in a workshop with Becca Atkins, I was very indecisive about playing my songs, and I told the group to decide whether I was going to play a fake song or a real song. And they said a fake song because we don't know what that means. And so I played them this very silly little song that I had written for my friend Joe, who drove trains out in Alaska. And one day I found a Hustler magazine in the driver's cab of the train. And there's a whole other story. My ankle was busted. It's a whole long story. But I wrote a song about that situation, and it was silly. And that's so that I assume that's the one that Becca is referring to. Anywho, I would be remiss if I didn't do this one. Not an old song that I've forgotten. For the Sean Courtrights of the world playing along at home, you may notice that I sort of terribly, notoriously, unceremoniously, and inconsistently change whether I play this on 4th or 5th fret. And if that doesn't mean anything to you, that's fine. But there are people who will message me, and I will get the message tomorrow morning. And I'll remember that I haven't mentioned that, yes, I know that I do this. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I fought through the waters, the waves and the white caps, finding my way back home. I'm alive, I'm alive. I stood on the shoreline, stood on the ship, and I wondered if you're alone. You were mine, are you mine? Don't go. Maybe the paint in the sky has been my delight, but tonight I want to dance with you, and maybe the stars make the lines, but here in my mind, you're still in my arms, and I'm dancing with you. We walked through the fire, we forded every river, we stood against the churning foam. We fought through another, we'll fight through another alone. maybe the paint in the... I just had to turn off a phone call that started coming in on my computer. Everybody remember that when you're live streaming, you should turn on Do Not Disturb. Maybe the paint in the sky has been my delight, but tonight I wanna dance. And maybe the stars make the lines, but here in my mind, you're still in my arms, and I'm dancing with you. I just realized I was making this face. I was like so zoned out to tune that I was making this face. Coming soon, Joe Kroger live sailing. I don't know, man. It's summer. I think that would be awesome. Joe Kroger live sailing, streaming from the boat. That'll have to do for the next one. Well, this is going to be my last song for the night. I just found out that Astoria, the neighborhood that I usually live in Queens, New York, the live movies are coming back soon. The outdoor movies in the park. And you guys know how I feel about movies in the park. And it seemed appropriate now that it's late spring to play the summer song of the outdoor movie fun. Because I don't see myself going back in a movie theater anytime soon, but I could totally see myself sitting out on a picnic blanket, chilling, watching a movie under some stars. So thank you again for joining. And here's a little song called Double Feature. Running on the beach on a sunny summer Sunday, on a blanket in this park under the stars. A hot day in LA at the science fiction novel feature. You were there and I was there. We were falling in love, falling in love. Your hands, my hands fit together like puzzle pieces. You were there and I was there, and we were falling in love, falling in love, falling in love, falling in love. Oh man, thank you again so much, everybody who joined and watched live. Thank you, everybody who joined and watched later. As always, if you want to throw something in the tip jar, you can at Venmo Joe-Kroger or paypal.me/Joe Kroger. But more than anything, I'd love it if you would check out my Patreon. There's always good live stuff coming. My workshoppers, we're going to meet tomorrow, those that can. That song that I said was super old is going to be this month's Corner of Forgotten Songs. So there's always a lot coming up. And, you know, I'm doing that Patreon because I am making a new album, but also because it is one thing to just stick an album out in the world and then like that's the album. It's another thing to be a part of a community and work on stuff together. And so I'm really grateful anytime I have the opportunity to do that with music. So, yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the mailing list, maybe head over to joekroger.com and do that. Cause I'm putting together another mailing list for soon. And, yeah, thanks again, everybody. Have a really good night. Get out and see some movies in the park if you feel comfortable with that. And I hope live music comes back soon enough that we can start seeing those dream artists in those dream venues. See you next week. Love you lots. Bye-bye.